I could tell my friends, but they think I've lost it anyway, that this is just a passing phase, and the running will wither down to the place I'm supposed to go, in the lines I'm supposed to know. I haven't yet figured out. They all look at me, they let me go, and they watch me moving.
For Intellectual Property Division, Operation Top Down. It is January 30, 3:35 p.m.
You rolling, Phil?
Yeah, it's on.
You didn't say action, Coppola.
Very clever. Sweet.
Hey, where's Healy?
I don't know. He's supposed to be here 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, he was on call. He's probably just running a little long.
Speak of the devil.
There's the man.
Sorry, gentlemen. I assume you've had a chance to review the materials?
Yeah.
Don, would you just care go over it briefly?
Sure, absolutely.
Just so you know, I have a video conference at 4, so...
No problem. You guys know I've been working this case for the last 3 years. No, we haven't accomplished our initial objective, but we've been able to expand the scope of the operation. In our first big break, February 2nd, 2004, when we successfully apprehended Ed Koenig, a.k.a. Teflon.
Don, sorry to interrupt. Could you just back up a moment so Barry and his guys can get a sense of the significance?
Sure. Yeah, you guys received the email I sent out last week? Yeah. All right, as I stated in that document, Koenig's the number 2 man in an operation, elite ripping operation known as CPX. Responsible for about $175 million worth of illicit IP. Given their status in the elite piracy field, they were a natural target for Operation Top Down.
Barry, are you clear on the group structure? I've got a basic grasp of it, but I wouldn't mind a refresher.
Yeah, just go easy on the techno-babble. All right? Not all of us are Microsoft certified.
All right, I'll do my best. The structure differs slightly from group to group, but from what we understand, CPX's structure is pretty typical. The setup works kind of like this. Every group has a leader. Our leader's Nick is Drosan. The leader's responsible for obtaining sources, often the movies themselves, and sometimes the leader's the source himself.
Is Drosan the group source?
No, not in this case, but I'll get to that in a second. Below the leader, you have an affiliations guy. Our affiliations contact is Slipknot. He's responsible for getting the group access to top sites. Slipknot is European, according to Koenig, but we haven't been able to verify that one way or the other.
Don, define top site for me.
Sure. Top site is a highly encrypted FTP server. It's a computer. It's where 99% of all the pirated material on the internet gets on there. It's pretty much 20 or so of those at any given time.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Next to the affiliations guy, we have an encoder. He's responsible for taking the raw DVD files and converting them into a format that's uploadable. Our encoder's name, his name is Pyro. He's American. He's young, definitely young, probably 16, 17 years old in the Midwest, I would say. There's also a courier. Our courier goes by the nick of Coda. Courier is responsible for taking the re-encoded files from the encoder and uploading them to the top site. You can get access to the top sites again from our affiliations.
How does Koenig fit into this?
Good question. Koenig is an operations man. Pretty much oversees the entire operation, make sure everything's running smoothly. Due to his age, he's a lot older than the other guys. He's sort of a mentor, especially to Drosan.
Explain to me. I met with that Koenig that one time.
Right.
And never understood his motivation. I mean, he's got a job, kid, an ex-wife. What the hell would he get involved in something like this? He's got no money. He's not getting money from this, right?
No, he doesn't make any money, but think about it this way. His wife's out doing some other guy. His house is a dump. His job is dead end. He's going nowhere. He's got no life. Online, he's not Edward Koenig, though. Online, he's Teflon. He's offering advice to these guys. They're coming to him like he's some sort of hero, almost a god. He's a whole different life.
How'd you get him?
Well, we're tracking him for about 6 months. We're posing as a kid. trying to get his confidence. And he was really protective about his IP address, but eventually he slipped up. He sent us an email. So we went to the courts, got some paperwork, and we were able to get his IP address from Yahoo.
You told me you had some movies for him or something? Is that how you got started?
Actually, no. It was almost the opposite. We posed as a newbie, and it was a little bit sad how easy it was to have him take us under his wing.
Do I detect a wistful note of sympathy in your voice, Agent Burroughs?
Oh, come on. Ed and I, we spent a lot of time together. It's the same for any witness you guys have dealt with. You spend enough time with the guy, and it's kind of hard not to feel sorry for him.
Well, he sounds like a dumbass to me.
Yeah, let's keep this moving, right? Tell them about the source.
All right, right. CPX's main source goes by the nick of Trooper. Now, based on the movies these guys are getting, we know he's in the entertainment industry. Got to work for an editing house, and maybe even a studio.
I'm surprised you haven't nailed him yet. I mean, he's taking movies out of the studio. You think that would be traceable?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you're probably right. Of all the members, Trooper's the one we feel the most confident about. It's a little more complicated.
But the source, Trooper, he's the one that you're leveraging now, right?
No, actually, there's another player here. Timothy Rudiger. Goes by the nick Griffin.
Okay, before we go on, I need to make something perfectly clear, and it bears repeating. Nothing spoken here is to go beyond these walls, understand? Vertigo is the key to the larger picture, and the slightest hint that something could go wrong will jeopardize the entire operation. Top-down's having an effect, and Vertigo and company have become a little skittish.
Understood.
Yep.
I guess I don't see what the big deal is here. I mean, if we get spooked, we could just do the same thing to him that we did to Koenig.
I don't know. Koenig is a special case. He had older, he had responsibilities.
You're saying because he's a kid, he has nothing to lose? I mean, what about college?
No. Man. Koenig had his alimony, his house payment. We come down on the kid, though, and we're just spending 3 months in a courtroom with his daddy's lawyer. He's offline. We lose all of his connections.
Well, look, we'd like to keep milking Vertigo for his contacts. They're disparate, and they're rarely speaking to one another. As Don indicated, there's a significant downside to arresting him now, and we'd like to keep things on the up.
So Rudiger has no idea he's wired.
No, none whatsoever.
Oh, that's beautiful. Congratulations.
Thanks. We lucked into it.
Thanks, Don. So that's the abbreviated history.
I have one more question before we go on. I'm not clear about the relationship between Rudiger and the living group. Is that through Koenig?
Yeah, exactly. At any one point in time, Koenig could have 2, 3, 4 of these guys working for him, all these kids, making purchases, hardware, things like that. If you pay them through PayPal, they go out and make the purchase and ship it back in.
And they do this in hopes of joining CPX?
Exactly. Koenig traded on the group's prestige. Occasionally he'd provide what's known as leech access to one of the top sites. A little trip to the IP candy store can go a long way, apparently.
So that's the angle you took when you approached him, huh? Claimed to be one of these kids?
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
Now, as Don mentioned earlier, Vertiger has enabled us to broadly expand top-down. Through him, Don's people have infiltrated ripping groups across 3 continents. We've made arrests all over Europe, including Madrid, Brussels, etc. Per Don's recommendation, we publicized these arrests, but we've been judicious about it. A lot of our work has been purposely kept out of the papers.
We don't want these guys nervous, but not too nervous.
Got it.
So if you've infiltrated some of the bigger groups, why not just post CMDs on our servers? I mean, scare the living shit out of little bastards. Probably shut the scene down for 6 months.
Shutting down the scene for 6 months would be great, but we have an opportunity for more. We want high-profile arrests. We also want to have a team of insiders. So when the scene comes back online again, let's not kid ourselves, it will come back online again. We'll be ready. We'll have a prophylactic, so to speak. Oh, well. I'm sure Don can answer any further questions. Yeah, Don, nice work.
So nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
You want our guys online for a while observing, and then we'll use them and expand the scope until as far as possible.
Absolutely, right. We'll get you up to speed on the lingo and the technology. It won't take too long. Get everyone in a room, coordinate the sting towards the end of the year.
You're missing something here. I mean, why would you wait 11 months to do this thing? I mean, you can make some big buzz here. Like Keely was saying, the thing will come back online no matter what we do.
Forgive the youngster. He knows not the ways of the world.
What's that supposed to mean?
Now, case you didn't pick up on this, Top Down is a pretty high-profile operation. The kind of operation that can help advance careers, lots of careers.
I see.
Hey Don, not to tread on any sensitive territory or anything, but there's still one thing I'm not clear on. You keep referring to CPX, but that name doesn't exist anymore, right?
Right, yeah. They go by a different name now, Dust.
So what happened with that?
Honestly, fucked up. Somehow, leader Drosan got wind of the operation and figured that Koenig had turned on them, and they left him just twisting in the wind.
You think Koenig tipped him off?
No way. I checked every one of his keystrokes personally. There's no way he contacted CPX without us knowing.
So how does CPX Dust fit into the engineer now? I mean, you lost your inside man, right?
Right.
You going to use Brodier?
We tried that. We had Ed push Griffin as hard as we could towards Dust, but they wouldn't take him.
Koenig is still in touch with Rudy.
Yeah. Rudiger has no idea the Teflon is working for us.
So how are you going to take down Dust?
The thing I learned about these kids is you don't go after them. Them come to you. All right, Phil. Meeting's over. Shut the damn thing off.
I could tell my friends, but they think I've lost it anyway.